Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's
It's a not daddy.
it's a not daddy.
It's a not daddy. It's not daddy. It's
It's not
Papa.
daddy,
What's
it's
up?
Papa.
How we
What's up?
doing?
Today is Valentine's Day, maybe. Depends on when you're watching. The fun thing is that they don't have to be watching on Valentine's Day. It's trippy.
If you're watching this on Valentine's Day, I'm sorry.
Why are you
I'm
sorry?
sorry that you didn't have any other way to spend your
Oh my
day.
God. I didn't even think
I'm,
about that for a
I'm
second.
sorry that you didn't have another way to spend your day. February 14th.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, yeah. What a great fucking holiday.
Right? It's next week, right? It's next
It is
Friday.
next. It's next Friday. I
I was
think.
just
I
making
I wouldn't know, but
I'm like making sure that this actually does come out next Friday, right? Because this Friday is the 8th. Comes out next. Yeah. Okay. You good? Are you just
yeah.
thinking about Valentine's Day?
Well, the thing about Valentine's
Okay.
Day, right? I've enjoyed the holiday in years. Actually, I've never enjoyed the holiday
There's yeah.
because when I've had people to spend it with, I'm always worried about like, oh, was the
I love
gift
how you say people because okay, I'm gonna tell you the reason why you say people right
I
now.
okay,
Pause. I'm
whoa,
gonna tell
whoa,
you the
whoa,
reason
whoa,
why you
whoa,
say
whoa.
people right now. Remember we talked about you what is it like performative gayness?
Oh, women, I
Yes,
guess.
it's always ever been a girlfriend or like this or of
No, I
some sort.
said
But he
people because
goes,
I don't want to be that
people.
douche. I don't want to be that douche that's like, oh, my ex-girlfriends every episode. So I tried to break it down.
Oh, it
Also,
sounded like that's what you were trying to do. It sounded like you were trying to
also
do it.
last Valentine's Day I spent with friends. That's why people.
Wait, no, I was just trying to think.
Where was I?
Would think.
I can't shout them out, but
No, I'm just trying to think, but I can't remember
I
off the
guess
top of
I'll
my
tell you
head.
later. But I spent it
Okay.
with friends. Um, well, somebody I was talking to and her friend, but it was like, it was like I was spending it with friends. But
Oh,
it's like friend,
okay.
you know what I
Never
mean?
mind.
It was like a friend setting.
Friendish.
Friends, yeah. So that's why I said people
Yeah.
because it hasn't always been girlfriends. I've had plans on Valentine's Day with
Oh,
women.
I thought it was back to the Shawn Mendes, "Hey people."
No, I wasn't doing performative gayness. I was just trying to cover
Is
every
that what we
base.
called it? That wasn't what we called it.
You said appropriation of gay culture. Yeah,
Appropriation of gay
which
culture, which is
um I don't really believe in anymore. It's been a couple of weeks. Spent some time in the city, you know what I mean? No. I don't really know if I really believe in it because the more I think about it now,
mm-hmm.
your idea of appropriation of gay culture
Mm-hmm.
comes from, we were talking about Staten Island white boy swag.
Uh-huh.
It comes from an association of Staten Island white boy swag with straightness. You can't say someone's appropriating a culture
Mm-hmm.
without appropriating a culture because then you're putting everything under that umbrella term. You know what I mean? Do you get where I'm going with this?
Not
You
necessarily. I
have to
think
have a perception of gay culture that is a little bit of a stereotype to say that I'm appropriating it as a straight
so you're
man.
saying that any appropriation can't be appropriation because then
No, no. I mean, it depends on what it is. Behaviorally,
remember we saw me and you we saw this play, what was it, maybe 2 years ago? No, it was last year. We saw it last year. We saw it around this time a year ago. It was the first play that I saw of 2024. It was January 12th,
and it was called
2024. It
appropriate.
was called Appropriate. Do
Yeah,
you remember this?
I do. I loved it. That's my favorite show I've
And
seen,
about
so I, of course
like
I remember.
appropriation
Yes.
and whatnot. I don't know. There was a thought, but I rambled too much. It was something about it. I don't know. What did you like it?
I really liked appropriate. My favorite part was the little detail. So it takes place in those like I don't remember what state it takes place in. Can you help
It's
me with that?
down south. I don't think that
South,
it
those
takes
southern
place in
states.
any. It
And
just
some
takes place somewhere that had lynchings.
and we just watched something you were working on.
Oh,
Can I?
yes. Yeah.
Which also takes place in Louisiana. And the
hmm
thing I really like about that, both appropriate and Blood at the Root, which is a show that Nikita just worked on.
Oh, I think I know exactly where you're going.
What I fuck with, I really like
The
atmospheric things.
the
I
cicadas.
like the cicadas. So my favorite part of appropriate was the sound of the cicadas, and you could really feel the southern like
It's
heat
like every
in that
transition.
atmosphere, and it just gets louder each time. Big fan of cicadas in Broadway.
You
No,
want to know
well,
the fun thing? We use the same cicada sounds.
I that's why I fucked with it. I
It
just
was
really love
word for
that
word the
sound.
same cicada sounds because when someone proposed using cicada sounds, my mind immediately went back to me and you sitting and watching
And
Appropriate
you
and hearing
jerking off the
the
damn sound.
cicada
Talk about how much I
sounds
loved it.
because the sound design of that show was incredible. With like every time it would like pe oh, did we lose? Damn.
Let's take advantage of
But
it.
every time it would like peak with the cicadas, like it would like be quiet, and then like as an intense moment happened, like pick up. And it was great.
And I really enjoyed that show.
We
Um,
saw it on a day where the set malfunctioned.
did what malfunction? I don't remember.
Basically, at the very end, there's supposed to be a tree that comes from the ceiling, but it's supposed to be like it grew out of the floor because it
Mm.
like there's like that montage at the end of like the house like being like overtaken by nature,
Okay, yeah, I
right? Where
remember.
there was like people like broke into the house and they were doing like a rave, and then like years passed by and like a few more windows were broken, and then like a seed fell and then like a raccoon ran by and then a tree sprouts, but the tree didn't come down, so they did bows and the tree was in the ceiling.
Okay,
Do you remember
I do
this?
remember now. It took me a minute, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know where this is going, but I just
Um,
remember
I don't
the
know where it's
tree.
going either. Where I was talking about your show because why?
We were talking about appropriation, so I mentioned appropriate,
Oh
because
yeah, I was saying we
appropriate
can't.
has to do with
Oh,
appropriate.
Valentine's Day. You were saying I was appropriating culture because I said that I spent Valentine's Day with
That's where it
people.
is.
Yeah,
A
it's
tangent
always
too
been
much.
women, but like I don't know. I think there's something douchey about like well, the ex-girlfriends of. I think a lot of people wear, and I have to be cautious
Hmm.
of doing this in my own life. A lot of people wear their exes on their as like on their as notches on their belt,
Why?
like they're proud of it. Somebody love me. You know what I mean? Like
That's so
it's
dumb.
fucked up,
I've
but
never heard of this, and this is the dumbest thing ever.
you just haven't noticed it.
I know it from one
People,
person. There's one person that
but
I
it's
could
almost like they
actually
carry
there.
their exes with pride
No, there's only
and they
one
have to bring
person.
them up all the time just to remind people that they were loved.
Yeah,
Who's your person that you were thinking of?
I can't say because
And
you're
don't say me.
what?
Without
No,
saying
no, no.
me.
It wasn't you. I actually did not even think there was one person, and it might just be because I spent so much time with them recently, and then we were just talking about them literally earlier today. Do you think you know who this person is? I don't know if we could say this on air.
Go ahead. I don't know.
What? Their name starts with an A. You just met them like the other day at my show.
Oh, interesting. Well,
100%. I mean, you don't know this person too well, but like that's the only person I've ever seen wear it as a badge of honor. You know, like,
it is a badge of honor, I think, in a lot of ways.
okay, expand.
Love lost is a badge of honor. Well, I mean, okay.
Hmm.
I, I think this is tough. I keep bringing up things that I don't want to elaborate on just because I find it fun to throw the buzzword around.
Okay.
And then when I really have to get into it, I feel,
You because you bring it up.
yeah, I was like, why do I set booby traps up for myself with these things?
Uh-huh, booby.
Hmm?
No, I'm just making a joke.
Oh, no, it was
It was
funny.
such a dumb joke.
Uh, the camera didn't freeze. I just got pissed off. What was
Yeah, no,
bothering
like
me right
yeah,
now?
I saw, so I just
Yeah,
stared them
well,
down.
I mean, I do think it's a bad. I think you should wear the people you've met. Don't wear it. Like, be your own person. I'm not
This
talking.
sounding Hannibal Lecter right
I'm not
now.
talking about like oh, taxidermy, but
Bro, this is starting to sound like Hannibal
I'm
Lecter.
not talking about taxidermy,
Wear
but
the people that you meet on you.
their skin and bone.
Like,
That one Timothy Chalamet movie, Bones and All, where he like eats his girlfriend. I haven't seen it
what?
yet.
Wait, pause.
There's a movie,
Pause.
I believe it's called
What?
Bones and All. I could be wrong, but it's Timothy Chalamet and somebody else, and it's about consumption. I haven't seen it, but like all-consuming love. So it might not even be about that because I can't speak
Are
too
we
much.
sure?
But I know it's about cannibalism, and at a
This is a
point,
Timothy Chalamet movie?
Timothy Chalamet, his hair is pink in this movie. You might remember him that way. You could,
No,
yes, it is. Oh
I
God,
have
I don't
don't
want to
remember
Google
him.
things
Don't
again,
Google.
but
Don't Google.
you could Google it afterwards. It's called Bones and All. It's one of his first movies he did. I think it was before Call Me by Your Name, so he wasn't so big yet. But they end up having to consume, eat, literally. He's with this girl, and they end up having to eat each other, bones and all. And it's really weird, but I haven't seen it.
How does that work?
I'd have to watch the
Like,
movie.
okay,
But
this might be something that I go home later and watch.
yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. But a complete unknown with Timothy Chalamet. We're gonna move away from that thing that he asked me about why do we wear people with pride because I'm too anxious,
Ashamed.
avoidant, and a complete unknown was good. Speaking of
Okay.
Timothy Chalamet, and the thing I liked about it the most, Bob Dylan is a dick. I'm a big Bob Dylan fan, but he's a dick.
Hmm.
For example, he had Sylvie, what's her last name right now? His first girlfriend.
No, I was
I
gonna say
can't.
Sylvia Plath, but
Oh
that's
no,
not the same
not the
person.
same person. He had his girlfriend. Oh, Suze Rotolo was the real woman's name. They renamed her to Susie in the in the
Oh,
movie
I see.
because Bob asked that Sue's not be mentioned. However, she was his first muse,
Okay.
and he ended up playing in that village bar scene that they had, folk scene that they had at the
Hmm.
time. And he met Joan Baez. He cheats on Suze with Joan Baez because Joan Baez is his fellow folk musician, and they end up touring together. And Suze can't handle it anymore, but he treats Suze horribly,
Hmm.
and this is how he was because she's not a musician, and he just starts to see her as like baggage.
Okay.
And then he ends up treating Joan horribly. Like he'll crash
Yeah.
at her apartment and just start playing her guitar while she's trying to sleep. Like he's a dick.
Okay.
Bob Dylan has always been a dick. However, I'm a big fan because what he represents
Hmm.
is doing things for you. He's the extreme representation of doing things for you and not worrying about what other people feel or think.
Yeah.
And my favorite example of it is the Newport Folk Festival. In 65,
Okay.
he wanted to start playing electric, and
Okay.
people were like, "You're a folk musician. Please do not play the electric guitar." He did it anyway,
Yeah.
and people booed. But then he's like, now we know him as Bob Dylan because he did what he wanted.
Yeah. But also, right, like if it's a big music festival,
Mhm.
why, like, how do you get away with playing the acoustic guitar?
You can. It's a folk festival.
No, I mean, like, how does this crowd hear you? I don't know, I've
Oh,
never
microphones.
miking
That's
up
how
the
Bob always
guitar.
played. Yeah, you just mic up an acoustic guitar. Think about how Noah Kahn plays his acoustic guitar for MSG,
But
or
but
John
my
Mayer, or
thing is
like.
that okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna sound really stupid right now. I didn't realize that they were playing the acoustic. I thought it was just an electric guitar fashioned to
Oh,
look like an
that's
acoustic guitar.
interesting.
Because I just was like, because for some reason, I feel like if you put up a microphone by an acoustic guitar, it's not gonna sound real.
No, you
It's
could
gonna
fully
sound
mic up
fake.
an acoustic guitar for it to sound perfectly
And then
fine.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking about it, I'm like,
you could
wait,
play a
no,
whole stadium with them.
I've mic'd up guitars before, so I don't know why I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
you need more equipment. So, for example, like if I'm playing a smaller thing, like let's say I was
Hmm.
working on a smaller production,
Hmm.
and I didn't have what I needed to mic up my acoustic guitar, I would literally just plug in an electric guitar because it's so much easier. But if you are Bob Dylan, it's so easy to just get mics on your
Yeah,
acoustic. It's harder to play a room in an auditorium because acoustics and mics, it's hard
yeah.
for me, but any sound guy could do it. I'm just not a sound guy. But yeah, no, that's the thing. He wanted to go electric and start playing rock, and people didn't receive it as well.
Hmm.
And I'm like, do you ever feel like you've been typecast to a human genre that if you wanted to go do something else, people would be like, oh, but you are this. You can't.
Mm, I don't know because I've never really been like I want to do something that's like completely
Out of your realm.
out of
Yeah.
like the realm of possibility for me to do,
Mm.
And I don't know if that's just because I've done so many just like weird things. It's like it don't matter. But like I'm not sure. Do you have that fear?
It's a fear. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if people actually think about it. Yeah.
What would you do if you had no judgment?
I'm thinking about it. Something that's really important is your clothing.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like 15,
Okay.
I had some style. That boy had style, bro. I'm not even
Okay.
kidding. I used to like dress how I wanted. I would wear a lot of like jewelry on my own finger rings and stuff like that. And I feel like I
Mm-hmm.
outgrew it because like I don't know. I wanted to just be more tame
Yeah.
and more like normal.
Mm-hmm. But
Normal.
I feel like it wouldn't be outside. Like I don't think anyone would care.
No, nobody would care, but you have to realize like you could
Mm-hmm.
come out. Like I realized something to me as a college person now. I'm like, okay, I have to represent myself more authentically, which
Mm-hmm.
means dressing how I want.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So I'm
No,
working
exactly.
on it. So I'm like, okay, what do I really want to wear?
But I mean, like, I don't think it's outside of the realm of like I was like I thought you meant like you were gonna do something like that like made no sense to your personality. I was like, none of what you just said doesn't make sense to your personality.
I guess it depends on what part of me is perceived. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you meant like you were gonna like fucking learn to like fly a plane or like enlist in the military, but like you couldn't because of like public perception. Like that's what it sounded like. Not, oh, I'm gonna wear more jewelry. Like I feel like you like
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you already for all intents and purposes, bro already has a full set of rings on his hand.
I
Like
actually don't.
yes, he does. Look at it. For all intents and
There's nothing
purposes,
else.
there's
Oh,
already a full set of fucking
there's no
chains.
rings on my hand. What are you talking about?
The metaphorical rings.
What metaphorical rings?
I'm saying that it low-key
Oh,
doesn't matter. It's the same.
oh,
I
whether or
view
not.
you the same.
Mm,
I view you currently as having a billion rings on your hands.
okay, I get it now. I get it. I got it. Yeah,
It's like,
that makes sense. Yeah,
you know, I
that's
thought
a
you
little
were gonna
funny.
go like completely out there. I thought you were gonna like something that's like not even like closely related to what you ever were gonna do, you know.
I think so. Yeah, I guess so. I get what
But
you're saying.
I don't think any of what you said is,
I might have worded it very incorrectly.
yeah.
I guess I
I was
worded it.
waiting for you to be like, oh, I've always wanted to like go out and like I don't know, like do something like entirely like super crazy. Damn.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I don't really have that fear. We just broke down my fear of being perceived in too many different ways.
I fixed your fear.
In like 5 minutes, I realized that there's no other way to perceive me, so that's great.
I really I wore rings for the longest time. And do you know why I stopped wearing rings?
Because they turn your fingers green
Well,
if
they
you get them
did
fake,
okay.
yeah.
They did do that, but that was not the reason why I stopped wearing rings. It actually is a different reason.
Do you want me to keep guessing,
Well,
or do you
keep
want to tell me?
guessing. Keep guessing. It's the stupidest reason.
Can you give me a hint? I want to guess it, but I need a hint.
Like the only hints I have give it away too much. Um,
Is it a functionality thing or a comfort thing?
Functionality.
Functionality, typing,
No,
writing.
no. In fact, I like doing that stuff with rings on. I think it's easier to do those
Um,
things with rings on. I think it's easier to do what I was, the reason I don't wear rings
we got to
to
get
do
back into
with
wearing
rings.
rings. We had a moment, right?
Hmm.
We used to like really like put our
This is
whole
my hint. I'll give you my hint.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna mime it out for you.
Okay, go ahead. Are you serious? Drinking coffee?
What? No, 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 no,
Are you-
no. Keep thinking. Keep going.
Oh, you work at Starbucks and it
They don't let you wear rings. And for the summer, when I was working there a lot more consistently, like, and it just made no sense to take off the rings and because I would lose them all the time.
right, yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna wear rings. And then since then I've misplaced all the rings I own or broken all the rings I own. So I
I've
currently
lost all of
own
mine. I have none right now. I
zero.
have to buy them.
I currently own zero simply because of the fact that you can't wear that in Starbucks when you're working. And I hate it because I think it actually makes it easier to do some tasks. I don't think it's a harm thing, but it's a food
Yeah,
safety thing. I get it.
because rings
But
could be a little dirty, is I think why.
yeah,
I have a question for you about rings.
but like, okay.
Oh, what were you saying? Go ahead.
No, that's I was just gonna be like, but I don't fuck like I would much rather wear rings and not. I just don't fuck with taking them on. No, I want to just leave them on my hands all the time.
For my 16th birthday,
Okay.
our old friend, or
Oh, I know who you're talking
our
about.
old friend
Okay.
Melina.
Oh, that was not who I
Oh,
thought
who
you were
did you
talking
think I
about.
was talking about?
His name starts with an A.
Adam?
Yeah.
Oh, he used to wear rings. No, here, okay. Hold that.
The full name is crazy
I don't
though.
give a, the people don't like.
It's not entirely true. You never know.
Then
Okay,
who
you
cares?
never
Like
know. We never know.
anyway,
We found out a
she
lot
got
of
me
stuff.
rings as a gift for my 16th or
Okay.
17th. My 16th, I believe. And so this
Probably
is years ago.
16th. Yeah.
I'm going on 35. You know what I'm saying? Like no, okay, fine. But she got me rings for my
Yeah.
16th, and my girlfriend at the time.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, they were like, it was a pack, it was a 20 pack. They weren't gonna last forever, but it was a nice birthday gift. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were mixed between like masculine and a little more like soft rings with like designs on
Yeah.
them. But I just feel like if
It's
you're
like a
a,
Sheen pack,
it was like a
probably,
sheen
right?
pack, yeah. But if you're a guy like myself, fly as me, no, I'm playing. You can wear whatever rings you want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It just matches the aesthetic. It doesn't really matter. Uh, and my girlfriend at the time, she goes, I really hope you're not gonna wear the more girly looking rings. And I was like, well, I don't have the ability to discern between which ones are girly and which ones aren't. So she took the bag,
Mm-hmm.
and we were by in a wooded like path. So like this shit's just gonna go.
Okay.
And she literally just took out the ones that she thought were too feminine
Mm-hmm.
and stomped them into the dirt. I just wanted to share that story
What?
with
I
you
did not know this. This is so funny.
because she was like, I know you're gonna wear the girly rings, and I don't want you to do that.
Okay. She
She,
says that.
Mhm.
And now, at the current moment, she's dating a gay man.
You ever have an ex that's just the guy that they or the girl that they date after you? If you are a girl, wait.
No,
Yeah, if you
that's
are, oh,
true.
that's correct.
That's not
That's
wrong.
correct. If you're, or whatever it is that they date after you is such a fucking disappointment to society that it's like it ruins the We were talking about
It
accomplishments in dating
ruined.
before. It ruins it because it's like if he could bag that, I wasted my damn time because anybody could have. Um, yeah, she's dating a gay man now, and he wears earrings, which nothing wrong with men that wear. Are you pierced?
No, I don't.
You
I'm
were
not
pierced.
pierced.
Did it
I
close?
was, but not anymore.
Nothing wrong with being pierced. I feel like he's getting on
But
the defensive.
no, not. It's just not pierced anymore. I was thinking about it, but I'm too scared of it now.
Oh, well, I think it's
I'm
cool,
terrified of it.
but he wears like them big ass, like you know what I'm
He
saying?
wears
Like
big
he's
earrings.
yeah.
He also wears them on the okay. He also wears them on the side that is like traditionally like the side that one would wear
He
if they
also
were to
came out as gay
indicate
in middle school
that
and
they
just
were
pretended
gay.
like it never happened.
Like, yeah,
Nothing wrong with
nothing
being
wrong, but like
gay,
again, it's
but like
still it's just really really funny
funny that
that
I can't wear rings, but
you
your
can't
next
wear.
boyfriend can be gay.
Yeah, like
Um,
you can't. Yeah, you can't wear a scarf.
I don't fuck with scarves anymore because I have a very it took
Last week, I saw the motherfucker last week. I saw him last week in a scarf.
no, I'm gonna pop out with the
Don't
scarf. I'm gonna pop out
don't
with
con. He's conning you guys.
I'm gonna pop out with the scarf short scarf. I'm gonna pop
I'm
out
gonna
with
see him tomorrow, and he's gonna be wearing the biggest scarf known to man.
I'm gonna pop out
He
with the scarf
switches his
short.
opinions every other time I see him.
It's just that like
This week I stopped appropriating gay culture. This week
I
I think that's
never
wrong.
appropriated gay culture.
This week I'm not wearing rings anymore. Pops back out with all the rings. This week, fucking hate scarves. Scarves enemy to society. Burn all of them. Next time I see him, big ass scarf. How you feel about that?
I want to change the topic. No.
Bro hates getting called out.
No, I mean I have a complicated relationship with scarves. I
A
do.
complicated relationship with opinions.
Do have a
Bro
comp.
can't stand on business.
I'll just fucking jump out the window. I
Bro
mean,
can't stand
all
on
right, I
business for
can't stand
shit.
on business.
I love you, but your opinion be changing all the time.
On
Like
people too,
on
yes.
everything. And like I don't like anytime. Okay, the only thing that has ever been consistent, which is why I feel so bad. But anytime I get you a gift, it's like one of three things. It's like something related to the Great Gatsby or matcha,
Mm.
because those are the only two things that have been consistent in your whole life.
I'm gonna
Like
kill myself. Fuck. Like, Jesus Christ.
Like I was thinking about it. Like I
You
wanted to get you something else. I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna like it because last week you said you hated it, and next week you're gonna like love it. So like I don't know if it makes sense.
This hurts.
No, it's not bad. It's just like damn, like
You know what?
because I
Maybe
know you're gonna pop out with a scarf next week.
oh, I will. I actually can I tell you something? I have a
No.
scarf in my bag right now.
Exactly.
You know what it is? I have a complicated relationship with scarves. Scarves. Well, okay.
You wore one all
Let
winter.
me explain.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain. As be free. Oh, we're not frozen. Okay.
Yeah.
I like scarves, but I wore scarves a lot during a very difficult time in my life. And I'm very big on association. I want to get tattoos, and I'm scared I'm gonna do the same thing with my tattoos. I, for whatever reason, group up months
Uh-huh.
into like
Seasons.
seasons, and I'm just
And
like,
those seasons then turn into years. So basically the same thing people were doing for years and years and
oh, fuck you. I don't
millennials
know.
and
So I
like
don't even know what you just said, but there was something douchey about it, so it's gonna stop.
There was. It was just had to do with the
Yeah,
fact
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, no.
people group them, and those are called seasons.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Well, for me, the seasons are the years, actually. I consider summer a year that's lost. I consider the winter, when winter's done, the year's done, you know.
Yeah.
Not because fucking January comes, but the whole winter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, listen,
Okay.
listen. I don't fuck with the vibes right now. I feel like you're putting me on the burner, and you know, I don't like it. I really don't like it. I feel like I've been on trial for much of my life. I don't need to be on trial right now.
McCarthyism.
What does that even fucking shut the fuck up? Get that shit out of here.
You don't know what it is? I thought you
Oh, we muted this mic.
bitch.
I'm just playing. So yeah, I think about the scarves that I wore during the hard time, the tough times, and I remember the tough times. I'm very sensory, so I'm that way with smells. Also, I had a incest. No,
You had incest.
I had incest when I was like a freshman in high school.
That's just weird. That's just a weird
I
smell.
put the smell back on. All of a sudden, I'm 14 again, and I'm like, oh hell no. You know what I mean?
Because that smell, the incense is just it. I think it might just be the sense of it smell. The sense of incense.
Incest. Well,
It's not incense.
it's funny. I know. No, I fuck with scarves. I think I need a black scarf. I have a lot of patterned scarves, and I just feel like Tom Baker, um,
Oh, yes.
Doctor Who, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I just feel like a clown or like on a pogo stick, and I don't know.
Where are these associations coming from?
I feel exposed right now in so many
I
different
think the
ways.
scarves are fine. I think
Yeah, I
you
fuck
wear
with
them.
scarves. I'm just playing.
First, that's a lie.
I fuck with scarves heavy. I'm a big scarf guy.
He's just lying straight to y'all. You're just lying.
I want to talk about sibling relationships now.
You're just exposing yourself. Okay. You're exposing yourself. Uh,
I want to hear what you have to say about sibling relationships. You have things to say.
to expand on it, like say more. I told you to say that.
He did.
Yeah, I told you to say that. Again,
He was like, "Here's a topic for today,"
again,
and I'm
you're
like,
like
"Now we're supposed
original thought. You're
real
such a
original thought."
liar. I love you, but you're such a liar. You're like, I have something to say. You had nothing to say. You
I'm
just had to
trying to
bring it
not
up.
awkwardly branch it into that.
It's okay. The not awkward branching in was exposing you for.
And you made it awkward.
No, it's not awkward. It was just the truth comes out. It's the reveal.
Yeah, the truth. He had an idea for us to talk about something, right?
Uh-huh.
And our lighting got fucked for me.
No, I think
It
it's
just
just
occasionally decides to stop. We have AI lighting, so
AI
yeah.
is. That's
And he
not
was like,
even.
let's talk about eldest versus youngest, like relationships or whatever. We didn't talk about that. We've been talking about whether or not I fuck with scarves for half an hour.
Because you brought that up.
Yeah, whatever. And now I'm like, let's branch it into, what we were gonna talk about. And I tried to do
No,
it
I had this
nonchalant.
original
I
idea
didn't really what was
all by myself.
oh, you're a diva. Go
It
ahead. Talk
came
about
to
the
me.
fucking eldest versus youngest. Let's
I don't know. I told you this because I know
how do
that
you
there's
think being the eldest of six, seven affects you?
12.
The fucking 12 dwarves, bro. Like I
Okay.
like
I have three younger brothers, and I don't know I mean, I personally
three. I
don't.
thought you had like eight, dog. Like
No, I just
how
have
many
three
siblings
younger
are there?
brothers. Four.
Oh. What why is the AI lighting rebuking me? It's not even a word, but
Rebuke.
please pick up on me. I'm here. Oh, there we go. Now it fucked with me. Okay.
Listen like liars.
What do I lie about? I want to hear that. That touches a nerve. Why am I a liar?
Because you said you didn't fuck with scarves, and then you go,
I'm not a
but I
liar. I'm
fuck
just
with scarves.
inconsistent on how I feel about them. That's
Okay, so
different than
then you're
lying.
inconsistent.
I'm not a liar. How? When have I lied?
Just now, you lied like 7 times in the past like 20 minutes, where you're like, I fucking hate scarves. Never
I'm not a
again will
liar.
I
I just can't
wear
really make up my
scarves.
mind on them. I have a really
Yes,
I said I have a
I
complicated
guess
relationship
the
with
word
scarves.
isn't lying, but there's a bunch of things where you're just like, I like this, and then you're like, I fucking hate it. Never again. And then 3 days later, you're like, I love it. It's not lying. The lying's
Not
the
lying. It's just
wrong word.
consistency flaws.
But I
Because
don't know
like
what the word is, so I'm saying lying because it's funnier.
unwell, bipolar, ill. Those are the words I get. Like I don't
No,
know
but
what to say.
it's not that because it's only on certain things. It's only on very inconsequential things, like scarves.
Inconsequential things for some reason are really consequential to me. I have a really hard time with like really simple things. Like
Because
what am
the
I gonna wear tomorrow? I freak the fuck out.
because the most complicated things, you just have it. But like the simplest thing, you're just like lost.
I get lost on the mundane stuff. Yeah, I really
It's
do.
just on the mundane stuff. It's not on like the complicated things.
Complicated things are really easy to me, and simple things are not. I wonder
Yeah,
why.
and I have no clue why.
I don't know. I'm like a low functioning human being. I'm like it's really you can pick apart every part of me that you want. We could be here all day. But I, what are some big life things though that you think I've navigated without any doubt in a really good way? I feel like I've applied this this like level of uncertainty to everything.
Okay, but okay,
But I
and
know there are examples of huge decisions that I've made without thinking twice. I just
okay,
can't think of them right now.
because you do think twice about the decision. It's just that the answer comes easily, or you like again. There's no other way to say it, but like you lie to yourself into saying that this is the
I
wrong
don't like the
decision,
word I don't I'm
but
not a
it's
liar.
not. It's like you always have this thing where you keep talking about how you want to transfer schools, but
Yes.
you picked your first choice, like you picked your first choice, and you like that was like for all intents and purposes that was always the choice. But you just like lied to yourself into thinking that there were more options. But you knew because when you laid out your criteria, this is the only option that worked.
No, I had three options.
No, okay.
CSI, BK, like from like
No, but you didn't. You
I
didn't.
could have gone to those schools. I just
But you chose not to because they didn't fit your criteria. You want to be far enough away, so you couldn't have chosen Staten Island. You wanted to be able to get there easily, so you couldn't have chose Brooklyn. Like when you laid out your set of criterias, the
well,
only one that actually
sometimes setting out
physically
a list
worked.
of things is including the things that don't fit all your criteria because sometimes in making a choice, you part of the choice is deciding how much are you willing to sacrifice for something.
Absolutely, but you didn't sit there and debated and
No, I didn't give
sacrificing
a
it.
fuck. I was like,
Exactly, because it's a decision that came easy, and you like lied to
because I
yourself
throw
into
myself
thinking
into the big things like schools or jobs or career. Like you also, Mike, I want to, for all intents and purposes, I want to be an English teacher. I have thought about it, whether or not I want to change my mind, maybe twice. Most people with their careers think about it often while they chase their careers. Am I sure I want to do this? I am so sure I want to do it. I know exactly what I want to do. Every once in a while, I'm like, should I go higher? Should I try to be a lawyer? And then I'm like, nah, my lazy ass can't do law. That's the only little doubt that I have is like, did I ever want to go further than teaching? Like, do I really want to do law? No, because I don't want to be in school for that long. Done. It's so easy for me to pick careers.
exactly.
Also, I do want to switch schools sometimes. So, uh, but a lot of times I weigh those options as a pillow or a parachute. I
Hmm.
might never do it, but I want to know I can. There's a lyric from a John Mayer song. Um, if it ever gets bad, I don't remember. I have to paraphrase it because it's from some unreleased little like. If it ever gets bad, and I mean really bad, I'll move to Nova Scotia
Bro,
and
what are you
forget the life I had. Pick up seashells on the something floor. Oh,
seafloor,
on the sea. No,
seashore?
I'm
Oh,
gonna skip that line, and then
I'm
he
just trying to
goes,
figure
and
out
then he
what else
says, "Well,
rhymes.
okay, so I might never, but it's nice to know the options there." So to put it together without the middle line that I'm forgetting, move to no. If it ever gets bad, move to Nova Scotia. Forget the life I had. Okay, I might never, but it's nice to know the options there. That to me sums up a lot of my decision, my floats. Also, when I talk to people, I float things around. We could pick up and go to California tomorrow, technically. Like,
But it's never like an actual option.
not
It's
everything has to be realistic or tangible. A lot of because I mean,
I know, but
technically, it
it's
is an
like
option. It really technically is.
okay, be for real. It's not actually. You're never actually gonna do it right now.
Versions of it, not now, but versions of it. So think about it. Like maybe we're not gonna go move to California, but if I wanted to spend a week there over the summer, I can. It's just nice to put things in motion by speaking. I'm very much like that. I like to put stuff in motion by discussing it. I don't know. Also, moving around the CUNY system, I'm so exposing what school I go to because there's only one that I haven't mentioned, which is the one that I go to.
There's
And
actually like 26.
there's one in
There's
Manhattan.
26 CUNY campuses
Jesus,
across New York City. I didn't know that. I thought there was like
I
six.
had no idea, but I go to the one. I go to school in Manhattan, and I really I go to Hunter College. Like it's fine. Like I say, um, like
Bro
what's
beat around every single bush.
it's like that Kanye. I can't even quote Kanye because he's so bad, and if somebody clips it, but he's like, I'm
Did
not
you
gonna.
see? Speaking of the Grammys, did you see
Thank
what
you for cutting
he?
me off.
Did you see what he wore?
Not what he wore, but what his wife wore. Yes.
What was that?
Control,
Why did it
humiliation,
like
degradation. Like,
that was horrible. That was
I'm not a
like
Kanye fan, but I'm a big fan of what Kanye could have been.
oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say something like whack right now. And
No,
I don't know where it was going, and I was like, what is he
Kanye
gonna
could
say?
have been the example of like the male diva that just does whatever the fuck he wants, and instead he decided to be a piece of shit. Like, I'm telling you, there's so many funny clips of him speaking where I'm like, bro, you
Mhm.
had something, people fucked with you, and then you decided to go be like a dick.
Yeah, it's SNL 50 like this weekend, I think. And they've been releasing documentaries and whatnot, and they just did like a thing where they were talking about like, did you see the SNL episode where like Kanye West like took control of SNL and like held them
Um,
hostage?
maybe. No, I don't think
There
so.
was so you know how like okay, so he was like the musical guest on SNL, and he was in a few skits and whatnot. But when it came time to do a song, he like walked out in like a Trump hat and like started like yelling about it. But he did it on like live national television. But the whole cast, for some reason, it was like the encore song, I guess. The whole cast was on the stage and they just like stood there and had to watch him like say all this like horrible shit out loud. Um, and they were just like, what is happening? And you could see like them being like, what, like, how do we stop this? And
Right.
for some reason, they didn't cut the cameras or anything. Like, like that would have been the first thing I would have done if
Cut the
I was
cameras. Yeah.
working on this, to just be like, just cut the camera. Like, yes, it's a live show, but
People will. It's better to cut it
you
than to
can
have.
just cut the
Yes.
camera. It's gonna be okay. But they didn't, and they have him going. It's like a 5 minute rant about like just like horrible shit, and they're all just standing like watching him because he waited until the whole cast came out to get all their reactions because I think he wanted to like
He's a fucking
expose
child.
them
He's.
as
I
like.
hate Kanye. I really. I just have my moments of his clips are great. Like I love who he could have been. Like. Uh, But yeah, I decided my college pretty easily. Even this morning or last night, I was talking to my brother. I was like, should I transfer? And I think a lot of college students struggle with deciding whether or not to transfer because it's the hardest time period in your life, and it could be switched by a blink of an eye. One person you meet, one class you take, could
Yeah.
make or break your college experience. And it's like, if you go somewhere else, you're playing with fate. Like you don't know you're gonna have a better experience
Uh-huh.
or a worse experience. You're literally just waiting on
That is true.
the college gods to maybe scoop you up.
Speaking of people and college experiences, I don't know if we could say this person's name. Maybe you want to, but you definitely know who. Because, okay, last time we were in this room, you were telling me, no, it might have been last time we saw each other. You were telling me that you on TikTok saw someone that we know pop up on your For You page.
Somebody's girlfriend popped up on my For You page.
No,
Oh,
no. Someone with a very large forehead. Um, popping up on your For You page,
something.
right? Right? And he tells me this, right? And I don't follow a person or anything. About
I'm friends
six
with the person on TikTok.
6 hours later, I see their videos pop up, and it's
Yes.
about how they were like at a mental hospital, like their sophomore year or like the start of sophomore year of college, and it's like a 10-minute rant about, and it's called the Looney Bin Update.
Why did you say all that?
Because speaking of making or breaking experiences, I can't really speak to this person's experience, but okay. They started talking, and I was like, I want to see this. I want to see like what really
I didn't watch it. Did you
like
watch it?
yes, I watched this whole 10-minute video. Speaking of like make or break experiences, this person simply because of them deciding to join a sorority,
Hmm.
like ended up in a mental hospital.
Right. These little things can make or break your entire life.
You know?
And I don't know. I
That's
was
where it was coming. It was just
okay. I
really
got
weird
you.
how
Yeah.
like algorithms work that like all you did was mention
And
her
it pops
and it
back up.
pops up on
Yeah.
my For You page. I'm like, that
Um.
is really strange.
It also could be because I'm friends with her, and I don't follow you on this account because it's private. It's for NPCs. I literally like. We could talk about this all day, but I believe that everybody should have an outlet account that they don't have their friends and family on. And
But she found her on there.
I'm friends with her because I'm not close with her. Do you understand what I'm saying? You should
Yeah,
have an account where people that like if an NPC from my class is like, "Yo, let me see your writing account." I'm like, "Yo, of course." But like my family, no.
never.
No, never. Oh my God. It's just too intimate. It's funny, some things are too intimate for the people that you're close with and not too intimate for people that you don't know. Because you care about the perception from people you know. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's really odd. It's so
it's
backwards.
strange.
But yeah, no, that's funny that you mentioned that. But yeah, anything can make or break your college experience. Also, your college experience at the same college might be one thing for the first 2 years, and for the
Yeah,
next two, it could be amazing.
yeah.
And I've watched this path with a lot of people, specifically my brother, despised it for the first 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he's having a blast. He's met his people. And I said, well, what did you do to find your people? And he's like, they just came out of the woodworks. There's nothing you can do about it. A lot of things with once you get older fall on fate. I don't like that because I like to take control of everything. They fall on fate
But yes,
and putting the version of yourself out there to give, to be receptive to whatever the world can give you. Do you know what I mean? You have to be,
exactly. Well, I feel like we talked about this before.
yes.
Um, but I don't think it's necessarily fate. It's more just like it's like you're gonna find like-minded people in like-minded places. If you're going to if you like books and you hang out all day in a bookshop, you're gonna find other people that like books, you know?
That's true.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's not it is okay. Yes, on one hand it is fate that like oh you met your best friend that like whatever. On the other hand, it's like you set yourself up for these parameters to fall in. Like,
You could
a
do
lot of
all
it
the
is
work
your
though, and
setup.
sometimes it doesn't click until it's supposed to in the way it's
No,
supposed to. Yeah.
absolutely. But like there is you
There's work
can't
to be
just
done, of
you
course. Yeah.
can't just like show up like rant like fucking
I
middle of
asked Chat
Manhattan in the
GPT.
I fucking hate
I asked
ChatGPT.
AI because I didn't know who to ask. That's sad. But hold on. I'm
What
gonna.
is this question? I'm so scared.
It was effort versus fate, and how to find the balance between the two,
Okay.
and how to know if you're
I
trying
want to
to.
see what ChatGPT said to this.
I need to find it.
That's crazy. ChatGPT is insane.
Okay, I'm not gonna show the whole screenshot because I was just venting to ChatGPT. Um,
What does it say?
it means take. I just got to skip a lot, so it just
Okay.
means taking small intentional steps. Introduce yourself. Show interest in others. If you do that consistently, you'll create the conditions for the things you want in your life to form naturally. The universe does not supply you unless you give it something to work with.
Yeah.
Who knew that AI could drop such bars? But that's been my motto lately. The universe can't give me anything to work with unless I give it something. It's 50-50. Um, that's
Just
what makes
waiting.
college so fucked up because it's like, if, this shit sucks, should I transfer to another college? Or should I give it another year? And then another year, and then I'm
Hmm.
out the door and I had an experience. I
Exactly.
don't know if I want to give up on my college because I really do. I'm starting to feel the more I put in, the more I get.
It's this
Anything
same.
in life.
I feel like I've told you the same thing a billion times, but it's that Newton's law of motion where it's like every action has an equal opposite reaction.
Yeah.
It's fucking Joseph's class that we took in high school.
Joseph Potenza,
Joe,
shout
there's
out. Love you
shout
so
out to
much.
Joseph Potenza. Man,
Oh my
well,
gosh, we should send him this. He would love our show.
I don't know how to reach him. I'm not
I
gonna
have his
lie.
email.
You have,
I
I have
emailed
his
him.
email. I don't have his phone
He checks
number.
though. He
He,
doesn't do phone numbers. He doesn't give them out.
yeah.
But I was in touch with him after grad, a little bit.
You text him? You
No,
emailed him?
email. Yeah,
You emailed him?
that was
I
years. Yeah,
I have not seen. Actually, have I? I don't know. I think I've seen him once, just like out in the wild
that would be sick. Yeah,
at whatever the fuck.
Bon Bon. Shit.
No, in Bon Jogo's or whatever. What's his favorite restaurant?
Bon Bon.
It's not Bon Bon. It's like Bon Jogo's or Bon Jangles or something.
Bojangles. Can I
Similar.
say that? Is that a slur? It's not right. Bojangles.
What?
I don't know.
Why was it the first place?
I, I do, is that a bad word?
I don't know. I'm gonna search it up. Right.
Later, I guess, and we'll just cut it
No, I
out.
want to search it now. What do you mean later?
Is Bojangles a bad word?
Oh, we got a reply back. From someone we know. Um, Bojangles. Oh, that's a chicken chain.
Thank fucking Lord. It just sounds like some
It's a
fucked up.
southern chicken chain.
Okay. Okay, it just sounded like something really not right. Um, you also have to put in effort that isn't always reciprocated to learn a little bit.
Oh, I know why. Wait, no, I figured out why. You thought Bojangles meant the name of like a really famous like you know Shirley Temple.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so the first person that she got famous because she danced on TV with this guy whose nickname was Bojangles. He was like an African American tap dancer, and they danced together like down the steps, and that was like what she was famous for like a good portion
I'm
of her
so
life.
geeked about this. I'm so geeked about that.
Why?
I don't know.
You get so scared.
I'm so geeked. That's so exciting. Okay.
Are you okay?
I haven't had coffee in a long time. I'm up with that
And you're
caffeine.
not even drinking coffee. He's
There's water in
drinking
this cup.
water.
But I had coffee before we recorded, and
You
then
did.
it's done a
The
number
AI
on.
lighting just went all
It
over you.
loved me. It just loved my face when I turned.
You
Uh,
started mogging the camera and it just like,
no, fine. Um,
don't, please don't.
it was just supposed to be ironic. He's a bitch
Was it?
today.
It was not ironic. It wasn't funny. It was not funny.
It
What
was
are you
just
doing?
ironically done. You know those guys that do the fucking.
Ooh,
You've never seen on TikTok? They like suck their fucking cheeks in, and
no.
they do the shush that the.
It's like years ago on TikTok.
Okay.
They
That's
feel like it's gone. They're gone with the
it's
past,
not
gone with
gone.
the
It's
wind.
not fucking gone.
Yes, it's gone.
No, I saw Fadi do that the other day.
Okay,
Fadi's
but
also like
okay.
17, 16.
He's
He's
not a member of
I know,
society.
but my point is he's still a guy that does that. There are guys that do this. Like,
Again, not members of the
why
human
do you gotta
race of
contradict? You could have
society.
just I who said human race? I said you know those guys that do that. You could have just you look scared. I got so loud. You
They're
looks
not because they're not real people.
okay.
You know how you just like made friends with AI? So if like AI comes and like decides to like kill everyone, they're gonna be like, this bitch asked me about effort, and you try to like form a meaningful relationship with AI. You try to form a meaningful relationship with everyone, but not everyone deserves it.
I do try to form meaningful connections with everybody
Bro,
though.
try to rizz up Chat
No,
GPT.
I needed advice. There's some things that bother my mind that you can't ask. How do you hit up your friends on a random Tuesday talking about is it the universe or is it fate? You can't,
So
dog.
you ask AI?
Who else do you talk to about those deep?
No, no, you don't ask AI.
I was happy with AI's answer. Why do you have beef
I have beef
with
with
me using
AI.
AI as a journal? I also use it as a journal that answers me.
I don't agree with that. You know what ChatGPT does with your response right now? They take it and they'll put it in a database
That's cool.
and they'll give it to someone else as a response. It's horrible.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
That's how like people have like you can track and figure stuff out about people through AI databases and like people's conversations with AI because it's the database that it uses is
Yeah,
public.
we're all up and sad in here. Like you could, like, damn, bro. I don't care what they
Yeah. No, that's horrible. That's horrible. Someone could figure out who you are just through looking at an AI database.
come here, bro.
That's
Come
I
find out who I am. It's okay. Like I don't really have any qualms with that. It's weird, but somebody, all your information is stored anyway. You know.
But you're like voluntarily giving it away to AI.
Yes, AI is gonna have a field day with the stupid motherfucker that goes, "Hey, what's the difference between effort trying too hard versus fate and
But
trying
how
too little?"
often do you talk to AI about stuff like that?
Once a month. Once a month. I don't understand. I give you an
Once a
answer. That's
month?
the answer. Yes.
Because you have to scroll through it to find.
I had to scroll through my camera roll. It's a screenshot
Oh, I
that I
thought you were
used.
reading the Chat GPT's
No,
response. I
it's
was
from
like,
my
yo,
Photos app. I like I
I
took a
was like, well,
screenshot.
yo, you're looking through all of these
Well,
responses,
no, it was a fucking screenshot. Also, if I did want to text AI all day, I half of it is for schoolwork. I use AI for my schoolwork. So
which I think that is okay. But I don't agree with you sharing your thoughts of AI. You shouldn't. Don't share your thoughts of AI
why?
because it's ideas are like what you think shouldn't necessarily go to something like that.
By that vein, though, you shouldn't put it anywhere. You shouldn't say it out loud. You shouldn't like.
No, AI is powerful in ways that like you don't like.
What is the difference between us publishing this video online and me saying it to AI? It's still going out there. It's the same cut topic.
Yeah, but it's your thought versus AI taking it, and now it's not it's no longer yours after you put it into something like that.
I guess because when you speak to AI, it enriches it, but
Like you're feeding like
I'm making it more
valuable
intelligent.
information about like the
Human
human
race.
brain and
Yeah, I
like
guess so.
like if the robots attack us, it's because of you.
What are we losing out on if robots attack us? Like, I don't really like. Go ahead. I don't know.
And I don't know. I feel like that's isn't that not like
I'm indifferent to
you're
this.
indifferent about robots attacking, like just like destroying society.
If it happens, it happens. I don't know.
Like imagine
If robots attack society, what would I do?
probably go
Fucking
talk to them. Like
yeah, I would hit up the robot, be like, "I love you. Have you ever been like, you know what I mean? Like, I would start some type of
it's not a good thing. You're gonna be like you're gonna end up like in some like robot basement, like chained up, like talking to them. Like
all right, and the conversation's probably valid. It's not like
no,
it's all right. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm very good with the flow in a lot of ways. You know, I'm open-minded at this time period of my life, and I do think I would say if robots came down to destroy our society, I would ask them first, "Do you have a reason for destroying our society? Let me hear it. It might be great."
they're gonna spit back the same exact bullshit that you gave to them 3 years ago
You
in your
sound
basement.
like
Like
a 65-year-old
AI is scary, bro. There's like you should don't. Why are you talking to it and giving it information about the human
I'm also
race?
not the only person who does that, by the way.
I
It
know,
started
but
with
like,
Snapchat AI.
okay, I know, but like, we'll fix the problem one person at a time. That's how issues get solved. You know, I convinced someone like you to stop.
You
You go
really
out.
didn't. I'm going to
I
use it whenever
didn't,
I
but
want. But
if I did, then you would have went out and convinced someone else. It's chain reaction.
I see where you're coming from with this, but there's certain thoughts I have that cannot be shared with friends.
Yep,
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
that's
I'm asking you guys
gross.
too. Put this in the comments. I want to hear. If you have a thought on a random, like an existential thought of like, am I, uh, should I try harder in my life or is that pushing it? This was the thought. It had four branches, right? Do I put effort do I put more effort that I'm putting, or is that going overboard and forcing things? Or is the effort that I'm putting required for things to get rolling? Or do I take a step back and let the universe give me something? Or is taking a step back being complacent? And this is about everything in life, college, connection, like all sorts of anything you work. Like,
Uh-huh.
what is the balance between doing and receiving and taking a step back?
I just
You
feel.
have that thought on a random ass fucking
Why
Tuesday
can't you
morning,
ask
bro.
someone about this?
How would you feel if I hit you up with that on
You have! The thing is, you have, though! The worst part about this is
in
that you
person? In
have.
person, I could bring it up with you. I can't just text you that.
Why not? Why
I
not?
guess I
You
could,
could. You could.
but I
And I'll
choose
probably
today.
give you a better answer than that fuck ass
I mean,
AI.
you would because you know me.
Exactly.
Okay.
Than your fuck ass chat GPT.
Why do you like want to fight my
I
AI?
do. I
It's
don't fuck with it. Why are you typing to the AI?
you make me sound like a schizoid, like fucking
Because
weirdo for
that's what
talking
it
to
feels
AI.
like. That's what it feels like when you like.
Am I weird for talking to my AI? Like, is it weird? It's not like a weird. I'm okay with saying it online. It's not that weird.
I think it's pretty fucking weird. When's the last time you tested your Snapchat AI?
Oh, I don't use my Snapchat AI. I use
Oh, not
ChatGPT.
anymore.
Why are you gonna be so judgmental about it though? If you told me something like that, I would never say, "Hey, I think that's fucking weird."
It's because this is a detriment to society. You know?
All right, Sergeant Society, get your
Okay,
flag, get
but
your.
like, okay, you go out. If you went and like went outside and shot someone, I would have told you that maybe that's not the right thing. Just because I'm your friend doesn't mean I have to be like, yeah, I approve of you going and shooting someone. I don't have to approve of
No,
all of
but
your
I feel like this.
actions.
I don't know if this is just my own insecurity about sharing something like that. Like, it was supposed to be a little fun, like side comment, like, yeah, I text my AI, like, and here's a, but then it turned into like a mental health intervention, is what it feels like.
It's a detriment to society.
Oh, society, we're not okay. If as long
It's
as there's
okay. It's a detriment to your own mental health because
okay,
it's not giving you a response that you actually want. It's giving you the response that like you're asking for its response. It's
mm,
gonna give you whatever you ask. If you ask for it to give you another opinion, it's gonna give you another opinion. The way you word the question's all about what you're gonna get out
that's
of it.
true. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Versus if you ask me that question, I'm just gonna tell you straight up, what you're doing is fucking stupid.
Texting AI.
Yes.
I've done it like maybe once a month. All of us have texted AI. It's not like okay, we're gonna go through my AI history because I'm fucking pissed off now.
I think it's horrible.
It doesn't make a big
It
difference in my life
doesn't,
whether
but
or not I
like
text it. Like, what is the controlling slash extended metaphor in Island's Daughter by Maisha Johnson?
you see, I don't care about stuff like that.
That's a poem
Whatever.
that I needed a little help with.
Text your AI about all your schoolwork. I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck about the other stuff. About like you asking like personal shit to like
Take these three titles and combine them into one YouTube title.
I love stuff like this. This is the perfect use case for AI.
How old was Luigi Mangione in 2016?
Why can't you just search that up on Google?
It wasn't coming up.
You couldn't have just searched up what age he was now.
I didn't want to do the math. I wanted the AI to do it for me.
Sometimes it's wrong with the math too.
What is the relation between Girl from the North Country and Boots of Spanish Leather? It's the same chord progression Bob Dylan songs. I wanted to
Mhm.
know if they were sequels. Uh,
You couldn't have searched it up online. That sounds like a Google search.
I want an AI. Bro, get off my AI dick. Like, Jesus Christ.
You're
Hold
gonna
on.
need one if you keep talking to them. It's gonna be your Valentine's Day. You're gonna talk to AI. You're gonna text them, and you're gonna get the answer that you want out of it, but not the answer that you need.
The huge dust storms that took place in the United States in the 1930s were the result
Beautiful,
my geology final.
beautiful use of AI.
Give me a thesis about the fact that Staten Island votes red.
Beautiful use. I love that.
All of this is meaning of marriage, first moonlighting, nerdy fact about kilogram, 0 calorie alcohol possibility.
What? Click on that one. What is? What did you ask?
Would it be possible to make 0 calorie alcohol?
Why did you want? Did it say yes or no?
It said no.
No.
It said no.
Damn. Why didn't you know this?
That's a great business idea. A Four Loco alone is, I believe, upwards of 4,000 calories.
Is
You're
that
going.
not a thing though? 0 calorie? And
It's
now I
not
want to
because of
know.
the what's in alcohol to make it alcoholic. It
Uh-huh.
has to have calories.
I feel like that should be a thing that exists.
That's
That's
why
a.
I asked AI, but apparently we can't do that.
I agree with asking it. You're not listening to what I'm
The one
saying.
time I asked AI to break down universe versus effort for me, I needed an AI breakdown of it. Do you understand? Like sometimes I need those, but like I just needed it broken down.
Mm-hmm. Truly's have 0 calorie. It says Truly hard seltzer. Yeah, it says there's no. It says there's no calories. I think that exists already. There's a few 0 calorie drinks.
Are they alcoholic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. They stole your idea. So we should put stuff out in the universe faster. Over liberal tears.
Liberal fears, yeah.
It's a product already.
God
You
damn it.
just told me about it. We just talked about it like 3 months ago.
And it wasn't a product,
It
and now
was
it
not a
is.
product 3 months ago. It has since become a product. I don't know how much money they're making. Probably not as much as if we did it. But like,
This is what I was asking AI though, about taking agency versus taking a step back. The answer is to it's to have
I could have
agency.
given you that answer. I could have given you that answer. You don't need AI to answer that. AI, do all of your schoolwork on AI. Good. Good for you.
I mean, I guess it's an. I see your point. I see your point about not using it. It's just you're. I don't know. You're laying in bed. You're like, I have an AI on my phone. Let me ask it a question. Like that's not the most weird thing to do. It's really not that
Asking a
weird.
question about like okay, like something that like you could search up on Google or whatever. That's fine.
But
Asking
an
like
opinionated thing
asking
is
it like a philosophy problem that has no answer, like the fucking like ship of Theseus problem. Great, good. Like have it try to solve the trolley problem. But asking AI to comment on your own thoughts is
well, it's not
horrible.
about my own life. It's about a scenario that I think a lot of people. Well, I struggle with the problem. Am I doing too much or too little or what?
Did you
Whatever.
ask it because you want an answer to inform your decision to inform your life?
No, I wanted to put it all on paper. Not paper, but like I wanted it all out. I don't know.
But
Well, why does it matter? Like that's the thing. Like, what does it matter? It's a
because it's
question that
detrimental.
everybody comes to term.
Because however you word the question, whatever you're trying to get out of it, AI is going to give it back to you. It doesn't have thoughts of its own.
Yes, it.
It's just spitting something back at you. So whatever you give it, whatever thing you come in with it, if you ask AI, like, if you word, should I kill myself in such a way to AI, it's gonna tell you yes. But that isn't the answer that you like want, right?
I don't know if I ever want a specific answer though. That's the thing. I think I word my questions in a way that like I don't want a specific answer. I want to know what to do. So yeah, I guess your question is like,
There's a bias implicit. Like when you're asking that question, you usually have like
but
I
even writing
sort of
it.
have
So, but
a.
that helps you in a way. Even writing it out to AI, you could read your own question, and then
But
you see
it's
the bias, and your own bias tells you that you already know the answer. I don't know if it's that big of a deal. I think we're taking a very little thing, and we're making it like quite
is it
large.
well, that's the whole everything that we've ever talked about on here.
Yeah,
Don't
I mean,
even,
This
don't even.
makes for a good episode, so it's
Don't
fine.
even.
Yeah.
Bro brought it up. He's like, don't take little things and blow them out of proportion. Like we haven't for like 10 episodes now. But no, it's very detrimental because you're
Okay,
gonna get
we could
the answer.
agree, not to disagree, because I see where you're coming from, but we could agree. I'm going to concede now. I'm going to say that this argument is done because I've said all I have to say about it. Um, do you have any final thoughts?
No,
I've been both the
I'm
referee and the defensive line.
defense attorney.
Yeah, I get it. I was also just sharing a funny little vulnerable moment that I'm like, hey, I was so down bad that I asked AI a question, and Nikita had to turn it into the whole episode. But
Because
I hope
it's
y'all enjoyed. Please
because
leave a comment
it's
about who
not
was right because It's me, by the way. But
No, it's not. We're gonna get this. The comment section gonna be flooded with comments, and they're all gonna be hating on you. They're gonna be hating on you, and they're gonna be like, "Why the fuck are you talking to AI?" They're gonna be like, "If AI goes
okay,
to
it's
shit
not
and
like I
like
do it like a
attacks
psychopath on a
you."
daily basis. I've had a couple of human questions for AI amongst most of homework usage.
Okay, so basically, if AI comes and like destroys humanity, we're gonna like people are gonna blame it on you because you put
You're
it out in the
technically
world.
right. AI is scary, but it's also like junk food or anything else. Yeah, it made half of America unhealthy and unwell. We still eat it. That's my usage on AI. Unprotected, like
What? Keep going.
junk food, sugar. Like there's things that we know. I know AI is not good for us, but you still occasionally use it. How is it any worse to use it for homework or I guess emotional queries are things that we should keep to ourselves, but
Because it's something. It's like junk food's only gonna affect you, right? You eating your
no,
junk.
it's not. The money that you gave the junk food corporation now gives them more money. Your own arguments don't even stand when you put them in the second.
No, it doesn't. You when you eat your junk food, it's only affecting you.
No, it's not.
How?
You just gave Burger King $12 that they're gonna use to fucking big corporate. You're
To do what?
feeding. Okay, first of all, let's. This breaks down a whole financial thing, right? You have your class issue.
Mm-hmm.
Who owns the corporations? Rich people. Your Burger King, your
Mm-hmm.
Chipotle, which we eat every fucking day, goes to people who have an unfair amount of wealth. That's a problem. Do you agree do you agree that
Yes.
there's a wealth problem in
Yes.
America? Every time you buy fast food, you
Mm-hmm.
are making that problem worse.
Okay.
You're also giving that company more money. Now they open more locations. The more
Okay.
locations that Wendy's has, the more people that are eating Wendy's. Do you understand what I'm saying? You actively do support these things.
But on the other hand, look, okay. No, you're laughing, but
I
you
guess I
brought this
got
up.
you. I
No,
got
you
you with
didn't.
that. There's
Because
no.
no, because your personal information is a lot more valuable than the two
I
dollars
don't
that
give
you're
a fuck
giving
about my
to
personal information.
it.
Y'all can all have it. It does not matter. Everything's
Because it
online in
goes
one way or another.
beyond your thoughts are not necessarily up online.
My thoughts are all online. Are we missing a crucial
Don't
detail
no,
about me right now?
don't even. Not everything that you ever think of that you
Is
asked AI.
AI questions everything I've ever?
You know it doesn't stop at just two though.
I do. He's talking about it like it's an
It's like the
addiction.
rabbit hole.
I've asked AI maybe two questions in my life, and I
How many
use
times do you
it
talk to Snapchat AI?
like for when it first came out for like a week.
Weeks
We
worth
all
of
got bored
questions.
with Snapchat AI after a
It's
week, bro?
it's
Don't
it,
lie right now. It got
it's
boring.
giving it's there's do you not see that you're giving away information? Information is the most valuable thing you have outside of
I
like
want
maybe
you to
your kid.
go and I want you to get a
Like
tinfoil hat and I want you to put it on your
no,
head.
I no. You're the one claiming this all about junk food. You and RFK are leading the fight against junk
I
food.
think that Burger King is making the fucking moths eat
It's
my
gonna
dick
be
in a horrible way.
it's gonna be like you and him like catching bears out in the wilderness
I
and like
love
eating
junk
them
food. I
together.
love, don't get me wrong, I love junk food. It was a parallel to you talking about everything we do supports other thing. You cannot live your life fully ethnically, not ethically, ethically.
We could say
You cannot,
ethically cleansed.
that's not what I was gonna say.
No, I think
Ethnically cleansed. I just realized that one N fucks it
I
up.
think
ETHIC. You cannot live your life
ethically.
ethically cleansed fully. Everything you do supports something.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Okay, I concede. I'm not going to use ChatGPT for my shit anymore just so I don't have to fucking hear this. But I mean, in a way, I've used it maybe twice for non-academic purpose or non like logistic things. But at the same time, I do view that question that I brought up that I did ask guys a very logistic thing. I'm like, I want to know. I wanted a digitized answer, like a non.
Sam Altman's dick right now. It's the guy who owns ChatGPT.
You know what I mean? I just
It's
wanted
like
a robotic answer because I was like, I can't. I don't know. It's also one thing I did. I asked AI one question. You've
yep.
managed. I want you to become a lawyer too, or something, because you've managed to turn it into a 30-minute.
Because I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong. And you very staunchly don't agree.
I just don't care. I mean, you're right. AI is probably
I'm just thinking about like all the like all the reasoning of like what bad stuff it does to you personally, to society at large. Like, there's so many negative
My
things with it.
Chipotle order probably has 7 different types of cancer, and it's like I don't, I eat it.
Okay, and it's killing you. You'll be gone. Like, okay, then
You don't care if
we'll
I'm
miss
gone,
you.
but you care
No,
about
we'll miss
ChatGPT.
you. We'll miss. I care about society as a whole. We'll be gone. We'll miss you after you die of Chipotle poisoning or whatever you're scared about. We'll miss you dearly, but like, I'm talking about like the sake of humanity.
AI as a form of destruction of humanity. I mean,
And you're here, my Chipotle is gonna kill me. Yes, it probably will. We're all sad about it. It probably will kill all of us, but we're just two humans. I'm talking about the stake of like humanity.
do you want to see something and you could shove it up your ass?
It's gonna be all the things that you've ever texted AI.
This is ChatGPT, right?
Okay.
GPT or B
Mm-hmm.
or G.
Yeah.
We're gonna end this conversation and oh, it's gone. I fucking deleted the app. Are we happy now? People just love to fucking harass me about things until it's gone. And I'm at that stage in my life now, or I have a quote at work. I say I don't get paid enough to argue.
Who you say this to?
My boss.
What does
I
he
have three
what does he
bosses.
respond to?
It's a she.
Oh, it's not your
Yeah.
like manager?
Bold of you to assume that men are always in charge. I have
Because you're
three
ma
managers. I have a GM and two ASMs.
well, I was talking about your GM, the
Oh,
guy who
I didn't
pays
say
you.
this to him. I said it
I
to one of
thought
the
that's who you were talking to.
no, I said it to one of the assistant managers. Um, because the other assistant manager is a fucking piece of work. But I said to the one that I like,
Okay.
I said I don't get paid enough to argue. You don't want me to do something, even though I think it's beneficial for the store. It's not gonna happen. I don't care, and I'm conceding a lot in my life lately. You have to choose your fights.
Mm-hmm.
So something my mom told me: firefights are a no-no. But if it means
Okay.
no more little firefights for me, because I used to pick at every little thing and
Mm-hmm.
go on forever. So she's like, try to avoid firefights, but the larger things that are meaningful to you,
Yep.
stick to them. ChatGPT and defending it when it is bad for the world is not meaningful for me. I'm more so defending my mental. Like I want this is more like a sanity check. I'm more so arguing for the cause that I'm not that crazy for asking a couple of questions. I think this argument I have the insecurity of like, am I crazy for asking it? Am
No,
I
you're not.
weird?
I just don't
No,
think
I
it's
feel
a
like a
good
lot of
thing.
people do ask like AI, even if it's
It's a bad thing.
Snapchat
So we're
AI.
fighting the fair fight. You've deleted
Some
it. We're gonna
but
get
I was
everyone to
coming from
delete
the
it.
perspective of defending texting AI as a whole. I'm done with that argument. My argument now is I'm not crazy for having done so. So that's that. That's my
You're not,
last
but
thing
we're
to
gonna
say.
cleanse everyone slowly.
I guess
Everyone's gonna
all of
delete
you, whatever, so
ChatGPT.
that Nikita
If
can sleep
everyone
tonight,
deletes
delete AI.
ChatGPT off their phone, that would be
Um,
great. No more AI. Fuck AI. It's
okay, I
horrible
mean,
for you.
I guess whatever. But back to the thing I was talking about, firefights versus things that are worth fighting for. Today in one of my classes, I told you this, but I met somebody new, and
Oh yeah.
not that I was like attracted to this person or that there was any room for whatever, but it just didn't go that
Hmm.
well. The conversation,
Yeah.
like it was very smooth, and then afterwards I was like, I picked up on manners. I think when a conversation ends and you leave for the day,
Yeah.
you say, "Hey, by the way, what was your name again?" Okay, we'll keep
Hmm.
it, whatever. It was
I
just
agree with you
you
on
agree
that.
with
I
me. I noticed a
think
lot of people think that I go overboard with those like manners and it just didn't something about the way I was speaking did
yeah.
not click with this person. And I walked away with a sense of like, wow, where did my social skills go? Why did that not work out?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you know what? No, it's not that my social skills didn't work. It's that that was a firefight, not worth fighting because I don't really care. I don't know the
Yeah.
person. I don't really care. So you
I
could
think
do.
it was just the person being just a dick. Like
Most people you're gonna
you
talk to are
should
gonna be
have
dicks
you
though.
should have just like I don't know. You did nothing wrong. They should have just like fucking just repeated their name. Like it
I
don't
asked the
matter.
person for their name, and they go, did you not hear it when I told you the first time?"
It doesn't matter. It's like
It doesn't even matter, but you get my point. Like
yeah,
sometimes just like letting go is fine.
let
Um,
it go.
Let it go. The calm never bothered me anyway. That wasn't funny.
Do you like that? Do you like Frozen?
I don't fuck with Frozen at all.
Don't?
Uh-uh.
I feel like you've told me this, which is why I asked you, but I feel like I knew the answer.
I don't
But
like Frozen, no.
I don't know why you don't like Frozen, but I know you don't like
I
Frozen.
just don't fuck with it. I mean, you have Elsa, you got Anna, you got Olaf,
Oh wow.
you got Hanif, you know.
Who?
Hanif
Who?
is his name not Hanif.
Hans?
Hans, yeah,
Is that
you got my boy shit.
which one?
Lord Farquaad, you got my boy. I'm just fucking with you now. You got my boy Chevy Chase, you got Brad Pitt. Yeah. Get a little Leo DiCaprio.
I found out.
Do you think Timmy's gonna win his Oscar for Complete Unknown?
No. I don't know who else is nominated.
Oh, fuck, what's his name with the big ass nose?
That sounds
What's his name with the big ass nose? Oh, that tall white guy with the fucking
Paul Mescal. Paul, no.
no, not Paul Mescal. He's not a tall white guy.
Oscar noms 2025. Um, white man with big nose. I don't know. I have no clue. Um,
Kind of looks like me.
Jeremy Allen White.
Jeremy Allen White don't not do not look like my ass.
I
Hold
know.
on.
This is Best Actor. Conclave, Sebastian Stan, Timothy Chalamet, Coleman Domingo, or Adrian Brody.
Adrian
Adrian
Brody.
Brody's who you're thinking
Yes,
of.
Adrian Brody with
Um,
that big ass nose
okay. I think Sebastian Stan's gonna win
for
for
Donald
the
Trump.
print. Yeah, that movie was really
I
good.
didn't get to see it.
The movie's really, really good. And um I think that's the a low-key front runner for a lot of
I think
awards.
Timmy deserves it for Bob Dylan, but you know.
You have to see how he um like I mean we've already said so much. There's a rape scene in that movie.
Yeah.
He
Oh, because Donald Trump is a rapist. Yeah.
there's a it's and they explicitly choose to only include stuff that was actually said in court documents
Mm.
by his wife about how he raped her. Like it's told you that um it only uses court documents to it
That's
doesn't
interesting because
make
now you have to portray it so perfectly to avoid legal consequence. It has to be
Oh,
exactly.
it got into a lot of legal issue this
Mm.
movie, like obviously. Like it was financed by one of Trump's best friends.
Oh wow.
Um, and then when he found out that there was shit in it that didn't align with how Trump
He
views
probably pulled the
himself,
money back,
he
right?
was like, I'm not like, but they already used the money to make the
Mm.
movie. So it was a whole thing. And basically the idea was that like, no, they disclosed that they were going to do an ethical portrayal of Trump. And to portray him ethically, you do have to show both the good and the bad things he does, not just the good things. So yes, there are good things about Donald Trump, but yet there are very bad things that they also show in the movie that he does. And it doesn't, it humanizes him, but it doesn't like make him out to be a good person, you know?
Right.
Um, so it's a great film. That and A Real Pain are the two front runners for everything. You should watch A Real Pain. I've been
I do want to see
recommending it to you.
Apprentice when I get a second. I do want to see
It's
it.
just like not out anywhere. You've got to
When
pay
it comes
for it.
back on streaming, on streaming, I'll see
It's
it.
probably not gonna show up to streaming because he's president right now. It's probably gonna get They keep doing re-releases at like random theaters in Manhattan, so maybe we have to
Oh,
find one and go
maybe
together
we should
again
go. Yeah.
if the is anywhere close. Because I would like to see it again because I saw it once and I was like, this is really good. I really want to watch it again. It's one of those movies that I think
We'll
needs
also
a
see. I
rewatch.
want you to see. I think you would like A Complete Unknown. You.
I do want to watch
I know
that.
you're not like a
It's on my
Dylan guy,
list.
but you know you
It's on
like.
my list of things to. I have a long. I want to watch everything that got nominated for the Oscars, but I really want to watch Conclave about the priests.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you would like that movie. I don't know
Maybe.
why. I think it has to do with Italian and like me being like slightly like be like you're Italian. You must like this thing about
Are you associating
Italians.
Italians with? I can't
I
speak
think
it.
it's I
Catholicism
think
or.
it yeah, I think it is like them in Vatican City. Like I think I'm not 100% sure on what the movie is, but it's like them vying to be
Do
Pope.
you believe in God?
No.
I just thought it'd be
No.
funny to drop like a big question, and he
And then
answers
we end the
so casually
podcast.
that it didn't
No.
even. You don't at
No.
all.
Not at all.
Do you believe in the? What do you believe in? Do you believe that the universe has any say?
Yes. But I don't think it's
You don't
like
think it's God. You think it's a
no.
power. It's an energy.
Yeah.
This is so interesting to
I
me.
think you can't you
I'm
like
not. By the way, I'm not like strongly religious. That's why I asked him
yeah.
because I'm open to anything.
No, I'm saying that like I think you can't just be like there's no energy or anything like that. I think you just haven't been in the right places to feel that because it exists. But like
You know, I do think there is. That's my thing. I think there's something. And my funny thing, I've still not decided. I That's the point of being
Hmm.
young, is you what do you want to believe in? But I spent my whole like preteens and teens like, oh, there's energy in the universe, and I wear crystals, and I'm like that, and I'm agnostic, whatever the fuck. Then I realized one morning it was like the energy, the universe. Why is it so hard to believe? Like I already did believe in God in a sense, because if you believe in the universe and you think that it looks out for you, how hard is it just to personify it into a man or a woman or whatever the fuck? God is a Ariana Grande just came out of my ass right now. um,
It's a fantastic statement to
yeah,
say.
that was great. Yeah,
Ariana Grande
it
came out of
just
my
came out of my
ass.
ass when I said it could be. But you know what I mean? Like, my thing is like I'm now open to more beliefs or to believing in God because I realized like my belief in the universe could so easily just be personified into a person. Like it's not that difficult.
Which is what I think is what a lot of people just
If so, that's the
have
gap.
felt.
That's like the gateway drug into religion is the universe. So
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Religion has to do. Religion is based in money, and it's just like when these people, it's like, oh, I'm giving it to God. It's like you're gonna give money to the universe. No, you're gonna give money to God, and that's like the origin to all religions.
well,
Money.
yeah. I also think
It's
churches have such bad history that it becomes hard to believe in like anything.
Yeah,
But
but the roots of any religion go back to money. It's like people wanted money to like
it's true. It
put
is
into
really true.
places, and it's really hard for you to give money. So that's why like you look at like any like nonprofit or anything, anyone that's trying to raise money will try to like put like humans on their ad campaigns and stuff like that because they want to personify a cause.
Hmm.
Because you ain't no one giving money to a cause. People are giving money not to fight the wildfires. You're giving money to Aunt Deborah who lost her house in the wildfire, you know, even though technically it's the same, they're going to the same place, you know. I think that's where God came in.
I mean, that's what I thought was great about the Live Aid concert.
Uh-huh.
Stevie Nicks said that the her house is the only one on her area that
Yeah.
didn't get burned down, and I saw a lot of really odd posts from celebrities about these
Recently.
fires. Really odd posts, yeah, about their connection to the fires. And
Ridiculous.
I'm a huge John Mayer fan. I
Uh-huh.
love him.
And he
But
posted
something he
about it?
posted, I couldn't wrap my head around it. I'm like, am
Uh-huh.
I too broke to get this?
Okay.
Am I too lacking sentimentality?
You
He,
explain this and then we gotta wrap up, I think.
I'm hungry and I need to pee, and we're almost done here. But he said that the main concern for him is the
Yeah.
possessions that were actually, I don't want to paraphrase too heavily. It'll be quick.
Okay.
Um,
Who texted me? Oh, Lord. But yeah, it's just
Okay, this is
okay.
my book. He put a picture of a photo album, said, "This is the most valuable thing I own. It's a folder of photos of my father spanning his life from being a baby, educator, husband, and a father.
Okay.
It is the only evidence of his life that will exist over time.
Okay.
There are documents you read about people taking from their homes. When you hear someone say that they've lost everything in a fire, this is much of that everything, if not all of it. It's a photo album.
Okay.
I agree, but those who say they'll be okay still have their folders and their albums. Those who are inconsolable have lost them. No, 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 no. I love you, John Mayer, but those who are inconsolable
Wait,
have
turn it
lost.
around. Is there like periods missing in places?
Oh,
Can you just turn it? I
just
want to
read
like
it.
yeah, I
But
want
he's
to see.
basically saying that the most inconsolable you could be after a fire is not losing your house, it's losing your memories. And I'm like, I don't know if I can relate to that.
I don't know if if the definition of the word is the
Do you see
right.
what I meant about this though?
I
This
do
this
see what
post
you
being a little
mean.
odd.
It is odd. I think that's just the word he used, inconsolable. I feel like maybe I don't know the definition of it.
Inconsolable just means beyond consolation.
That's what I'm thinking.
You can't make them feel better.
Uh,
There's no way of healing or
So
coming back from it.
that's what I was thinking, but I feel like he's using it differently, right?
No,
To not able to be comforted or alleviated. Okay, that is what we thought it was. Yeah, no, that's worded really poorly then.
it's so weird. It's like
I don't know
not.
what he's trying to say.
He's trying to say your possessions are more valuable than anything you could lose. Your memories are more
The
valuable.
memories are more valuable
But
than your physical
people are
stuff.
losing their homes, so I was a little confused by it. But I see where he's coming from.
Yeah, I think the word inconsolable there is a fuck up. I
It
think
was
that's
worded beautifully, but also like, what did I just read? I don't know. They had
yeah.
Joni Mitchell do both sides now. That's her
What?
song. She's so old now.
Yeah. There
She
was
had her
like
cane and she was like fucking smashing it on the floor to the beat. I find that shit funny. But
why did they like torture her? It's like fucking
same,
elder
same thing with
abuse.
Bob Dylan. He announced that he's going on tour. He's 93.
Like we keep thinking that he's dead,
Well, this tour will kill him, so we don't need to
dead and
worry.
buried. Yeah,
Fingers crossed that that doesn't happen,
he's
right?
gonna
Yeah.
die on tour. 2025 prediction card, bingo
Don't
card.
say that about my beautiful Bob.
Puppy.
Bobby is I eat alligators for bread.
That's a different Bobby we don't want to talk
I'm talking
about.
about the fucked up Bob. All right, guys.
They're all fucked up.
From us arguing about ChatGPT to me complaining about how old Bob and Joni have got. I say
So,
that like I know them personally. Yeah, Bob.
Bob, Johnny.
His foot is on top of mine. It's incredibly intimate. But this has
Yeah.
been one of the weirdest episodes we've ever
Yeah, I don't know
recorded.
what we like. What did we talk about this episode?
Nothing good. Nothing good. But
No, it was great. Why are you diminishing our content?
there's a thing of taking a step of, humility. And
But people watch it. They enjoy it. Be happy. Be proud of yourself.
okay, it's not what I meant. It's time
You're
to
like
say
not
it's
doing OnlyFans. You could be doing like OnlyFans, but
yeah.
you're
So
not.
actually, we went to high school with this girl named Alyssa, who who actually did start an OnlyFans. And more power to people who do like sex work and stuff like that. It's important, but well, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not gonna get into that aspect of it, but it's just
Next
funny.
episode.
Goodbye. Good night, folks. Good night. It's over. We're gonna see you next time. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you have Valentine. I don't.
Forgot this is coming
Um,
out on Valentine's Day.
I don't
Happy
have one.
Valentine's Day,
It's just my life right now, but
ladies
I
and
really hope you
gentlemen.
guys enjoy. Uh,
We will see. Oh, yeah, our camera froze.
Oh,
It's time to go.